Hello everybody, it's Demon here. Thank you for tuning into the Demcast. You're listening to Ashen, Squirrel, Saga episode 9. See, I love how close Dirk and Kai clash.
You're like, I'm like, gone.
I like that cast light on his back so he can disappear on me.
Ow.
It's fun. I love this. This is, I love Dungeons and Dragons.
You clash and yet you work well together. So,
Well, it's like light and darkness. I like the darkness, he likes the light.
I am the light. He is the dark.
ooh. We call you Faith and Angst.
We're going, ooh.
Ebony and Ivory.
Okay, where's the point? Where's this going?
We're like a piano, ebony and ivory. We play well together.
There you go. Alright, so, as we left off from last time, Girgledesh and his familiar broom appeared out of nowhere and said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you there's a secret word." And you guys figured out the secret word.
He
code.
figured out the
Yes,
secret word.
yes, but you.
I was
finished it.
busy trying to figure out how to pronounce the secret
Yes.
phrase.
Oh,
I have 3 javelins.
So,
Surprise.
when he says, "Okay, good luck, goodbye," puts his hand on the teleporter and
Do zdania.
he's gone. Now you're in a room with a little glowy, or you're still in the tunnel. But he's told you to go forward and follow the curve. Yep.
Light!
Okay.
That was a little loud.
What are you casting light on? Or is it just the dancing lights?
I'll cast the dancing lights.
Okay. Little dancing lights pop up. What do they look like?
I'm going to say that this one looks like that, that little... Remember one of the Zelda's Ocarina of Time with that little fairy thing buzzing around your head?
Okay.
Alright, it just looks like that little white bubbly thing buzzing around
They
your
just
head.
don't have it saying, hey,
It doesn't say
hey,
anything. It can't make
listen.
sense.
Okay.
God, that's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kai casts a spell and everything becomes light now.
I jump to the shadows. No.
What you have designated as forward, goes up just maybe 20 feet and then turns to the right.
Okay. I'll go up 20 feet and turn to the right.
All right. You go up 20 feet, turn to the right, and down the rest of this hallway, there's little orbs in the wall, and at the very end, a glowing door. As you look down this hallway, it turns from dirt into a metal type hallway.
A metal hallway.
Yes.
Ooh. What do the orbs look like?
They're just circular, just regular orbs set into the walls.
Are they metal also?
You don't think so. They don't look metal.
Okay, I poke one.
Okay, as you approach it, it flickers on, and there's now light down the hallway. Pretty much only in a 10-foot radius of where you are.
Okay.
So the lights, they just turn into lights. Boop.
Clever trick. I turn off my light.
Okay. A little fairy goes,
Okay.
bursts in a little bit of flame, because you were a flame
Okay,
type
there's
guy.
the little flames. I'm sorry, I thought about that little fairy from Zelda. I'm like...
Okay. As you move down, I assume you're going to move down the hallway.
I'm just going to walk in the hall.
As you move down the hallway, the next row or next set of orbs turn on, and the set behind you.
And it's the same thing for him too, right?
Yep, it is.
Or Dirk.
I'm gonna hide in the darkness. Yep.
Okay, you move to a wall, And you notice that if you're going along the wall, it's not detecting you. If you're kind of, and you have to be pretty much straight, just right against the wall,
I'm just walking down the hall,
Yep.
entertaining myself.
You come to the doorway that you saw in the distance.
As it was glowing.
Yes, it is a glowing door.
Okay. Can I knock on it?
You knock on it. Okay. A little fairy avatar appears in front of you.
What the hell are you?
Flick whack you got deep pop.
Dirk, what is a nick frick flip bleep 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 flop thing? What is this?
I don't know. Maybe it's asking for the password?
I didn't ask what it was doing, I asked what it was.
Oh. It's a mythological creature.
As you two are talking back and forth, the little fairy being says out loud, beep beep, beep beep, calibrating. Hello, welcome to the library.
I feel like I just got thrown into the wrong genre. Good. We found the library. What are you?
I am Roxy, the avatar of the library. To enter, please give me the password.
Oh, I know the password. It's Narwell Ot Tin in the bed. Dirk, can you read this?
I enter with the intent of learning.
That's not what it says. It says Narwell Ot Tin. Fine. I enter with the intent of learning.
Excellent. The little fairy disappears. The door opens into another chamber.
I will enter this chamber.
Okay. You walk into the chamber, and to your left is a little dish. As you pass the dish, a little jewel boop, pops out.
What kind of jewel?
It's just a little. It's in the shape of an octagon.
Avatar, is there a reason for the jewel?
This is your library card.
Ooh. I pick it up.
You pick it up. Okay. As you pick it up, you see a little image pop out with your face on it, and it shows calibrating. Please enter name. Dirk, as you walk past it too,
I pull out a pen.
Comes out.
And some ink.
Okay, so I enter my name.
Okay, you're like, how do we enter our names into this? Please speak your name out loud. The little fairy says.
Okay, Dirk Strider.
Dirk Strider.
I look at his thing and look at my quill. I look at the thing and says, Gajazka?
Kaishazka.
Wow.
And it
Okay.
records other little stats, your height, your weight.
Okay, Arcana check to see what spell this is?
Okay, go ahead.
Where's my Arcana these days? Math. 14.
You really have no idea.
This is magic, right?
It is, but you're like, okay, well, you understand what it's kind of doing is that as you speak to the little jewel, It's just recording some information, but it's also having some other recording effects too.
Okay. Well, you know what? We have nothing like this in Fire Apps.
The avatar says, "Please do not leave these or lose these, as if you are in the library and you lose them, you may be ejected."
Okay.
Another door opens up, or since you have them, you wait around. Another door opens up into the library proper.
Enter the library proper.
Okay. You enter the library proper, and the little fairy pops up again and says, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Okay, I'm looking for a few books. Number one, anything with mechanical clocky-worky thingies.
Okay.
Number two, we're looking for anything on Severathora. Severathora?
Zithilhathara.
See, Kai would be able to pronounce this because it's the iconic.
Yes.
Sephiroth.
Yeah. Sephiroth? No, not that one. And then I'd like to look at anything on summoning.
Okay, and the fairy turns to Dirk. Is there anything that I may help you with?
So this library has countless books.
It has countless books, and as you're standing in the entryway, you can see some exhibits around there too.
Where are the exhibits of?
You'll have to go up and look.
Okay, I'm going to wander up to the exhibit and look at it.
Well, okay. And I was just getting this beforehand here, so that, anyway.
I don't even know what kind of book I should look for.
Just browse.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You could, yeah, we'll get to that in just a second then. Okay, so the little fairy says calculating, or calibrating, or not calibrating. One moment, please. Searching. And it says, "Please follow this." Another little fairy, smaller fairy, pops up. "Please follow this fairy to the clockwork. It'll bring you to each one as you go."
Okay, thank you.
So, and the fairy will stay with Dirk until he says what he's kind of looking for, or maybe he'll bring you to a terminal, a magical device-looking screen to have you borrow the books.
I love it, Nez.
Okay, so Kai, the little fairy starts going down one hallway, or down like the outer edge of a wall.
And Kai is following, not entirely like a cat following a laser pointer, but intently.
As it starts off, it asks you, would you like to experience the full exhibit? What's the word?
Sure. Sounds good.
It's going to give you a tour.
Tour.
That's what it is, tour. Alright. That starts nattering on about, this is library. It was built in the year something 3203 of the stellar cycle. Yeah. And to you, your kind of knowledge is like, wait, we're not in that cycle? That was a long time ago.
I don't think Kai would even think about it.
Yeah, he's from the Fire Isles, I suppose. To your right, we have the portrait of the creator of the library.
Okay.
He is Jin Se. All hail the creator. Haha, just kidding. I don't have religion. It's supposed to be a little humor in the fairy.
I got it.
Yes, maybe you got it, but it's like, ha ha ha. Ah, never
Prizakrash?
mind. On your left, you will see a set of suits. They're from the Third War.
Okay. Let's examine the suits.
Yeah, you examine the suits and you see that they are complete suits. They have as we would see it, as a cover over where the faces would be.
Full frontal helmet.
They have this excellent armor on the sides, some nifty weapons that look like swords sheathed, and some of them are a little bit more elaborate. The last one would be, what do you think a general would be? It's very shiny, beautiful, and whatnot. And then it goes on to some sages and whatever. It brings you to a section of books that it says, okay, these are all, and the book's shelves actually light up. These are all about clockwork.
Okay, do they have different covers on them?
They do.
I pick one with a pretty cover.
Okay. You pick one out, and the little fairy says, would you like to borrow or would you like to purchase a copy?
Ooh, I can purchase a copy?
Yes.
Well, that makes life easy. We'll do that.
Okay.
How much?
It would be 1,000 credits.
What is a credit?
Calibrating. The fairy actually turns its little head. Calibrating.
Okay, gold.
Okay. In the gold sense, then we will go with 100 gold.
Done.
Okay.
You know, credit might be something strange to give, but Guy's from a place where they do a lot of money exchange and everything's got a different name, so gold is a gold. Again, we go by ounces.
Yeah, and the idea of credits is supposed to be some kind of form that no one knows any idea. It's like, okay, wait, what is a credit? And then the fairy says, the book will be ready for you near the entrance.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, and then it brings you on to the next.
Alright.
Dirk,
So I'm at this magical device, huh?
you're at this little device. The fairy next to you says, please put your library card into this slot. And there's a little octagon slot on the magical viewing device.
Okay, so I find a book on ancient blacksmiths and people that make treasures and weapons and armor, and then I find another book on the proper mechanical workings of locks.
Okay, so you put your little jewel in. It goes, "Boop-a-boop, boop. Welcome to the library."
It's a good thing Guy's not over here.
It boots up. You're like, okay, enter search word. Okay, blacksmith. And this other one, whatever you...
Locks.
Locks and whatnot.
Like ancient blacksmiths and jewel makers, and then the ones intricate works of locksmiths.
Okay. As you enter those into, okay, this is my... You touch them like, oh, hey, boop, boop. It moves over to another little fairy icon. You touch the fairy icon, and boop, a little fairy appears. It says, please follow me.
Okay. Follow the fairy.
Okay, you follow the fairy, and it
I
brings
didn't have
you
to drink any absinthe either.
I figure, Kai's doing his little thing, and he's over here looking at this. It's like, well, I need jewels, treasure hunting and lock picking, and it brings up a list. It's like lock picking for dummies, read that. For intermediate, read that. For advanced, read that. For super experienced, read that one.
Excuse me. All right. And the fairy asks you as it goes along, would you like a tour? As we approach your places.
Sure.
Okay. As you go along the tour, you go by a few cases that have a stuffed monster in them. There's a big monster. It has several arms, lots of claws, vicious teeth, several sets of eyes. It looks somewhat like a spider.
Is it an ender cap?
Ettercap.
Ender cap.
This was an ettercap captured many, 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 many years ago by, that names off someone, who died in the process. They have a very vicious poison.
Oh.
You go along and you see up on a wall there is a long-barreled thing. I guess did we ever agree if there were guns in this world? Or not?
You haven't mentioned it.
I haven't, okay.
But, I don't see why it would be a surprise.
Okay. Probably you wouldn't find the guns in small villages, but some of the larger cities out there might have something, or the clockworks or whatnot. You see this beautiful gun, the scope. It said this one was designed after a name a gun. I have no idea about guns. I can say Winchester, but that's not exactly what it was, I suppose. Actually, that'd be good. Winchester.
This is a Winchester Model 762.
Yep. The model number 62,000.
Model number?
Yeah. It actually shoots bolts of wind.
Okay.
It brings you to the blacksmith's first, and you find some books on blacksmithing. Would you like to borrow or purchase?
I look at the one that looks like it's the oldest. Like, has a few maps in there of where they existed. How much is this one?
That one is accessing 100 gold for a purchase, or you can borrow it for free.
Yeah, but we gotta return it. I'll get a copy.
Get that, and it starts on towards another place. You both go through, and it brings you to the different places.
Okay.
You find the book on the...
Let's start with the easy one. Basic summoning.
Oh, basic summoning. Okay. I was going to say...
Yeah. Cost.
That'd be another 100 gold. There.
Kai's going to do that.
Okay.
That's important for his character.
Yeah. And then you said what, Matt? Locksmithing?
Yeah.
Okay. You find it, and that's another 100 gold too.
Okay.
Then the book on Sithahatharath.
Yes. The one that nobody can pronounce.
Yes. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Thank you, Ben.
Yes. There are actually several books on Sithahatharath that it is gathered for you, because they were placed around.
Okay.
That has one location. It also decided that as you have gone through your places, Dirk, it's like, okay, well, that's all you wanted, so I'll just meet them up again. On your way, you notice that there is a painting of the lady that you met in the original dungeon. Sithahatharath.
Okay.
Okay. Ask the fairy who that exactly is.
this is the Thahatharath. And it depicts her before her insanity and destructive rage when she started the Fifth War.
Really?
She is one of the funders of the library.
She who funded her own destruction.
The fairy brings you and you meet up back with Dirk, and you have a pile of books on the Fifth War.
Okay. Are any of these written in Draconic?
These are written in a language you have no idea, but your jewels, if you take them out and you insert them on a little octagon-like thing on the cover, will actually retranslate.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
The ones that you are buying will automatically be translated.
Great.
And you notice that in the books it talks about how Satathrath was a great funder of the library, and there was an event which corrupted her and made her go insane, destroying the world. She gathered an enormous army, and much of the world had been laid waste, or at least of this continent where she is. They eventually were able to capture her and imprison her down in this citadel that you guys were originally at.
Okay.
The imprisonment spell that they had was incomplete.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. How to complete.
How to complete.
How to complete.
You go through, and it actually one of the last book that you're reading details on the exact ritual spells and materials that you needed, that they were trying to gather to complete it. They had to rush the ending because she had progressed further than they thought. So they just went with, we're going to seal her down here without her power instead of, and it describes that they were going to actually seal her into that monolith that was next to her. But it just acted as a, okay, you're now just imprisoned down here for thousands of years. Have fun. Which it worked. Civilization is slowly coming back. They're not destroyed.
So this was almost a complete and massive destruction of civilization itself.
Yes. How old is Akaresh?
Akaresh, I think I have him written down as like 700 years old. He's not entirely old.
Okay. He may have...
He's probably 700 to 1,000.
Okay. He may have heard stories from some of his elder dragons.
Akaresh is more lone wolf kind of
okay.
thing. So...
Okay, then never mind that.
Yeah. I mean, they do go everywhere and they collect information and store it in the Great Library.
Yes.
But Akaresh himself probably wouldn't know anything.
So you have the details that are kind of way above you about how to actually complete this ritual. But you know a high-level mage that may be able to...
Yes, his name is Ornell. I remember. Oh, and it's written right here.
You could probably also bring it to Girgledesh, but that might be interesting. Anyway, there are areas, if you're hungry, that the little fairies are like, oh, if you're hungry, please approach this area and you can get some rations.
Hey, Dirk, ever get the feeling there's more to this world than we currently think?
Possibly.
So, the library explains to you that it has more levels than you are currently on. It goes deep under the earth and has just massive amounts of knowledge. Some of it is restricted. Some of it is deemed as not only restricted but illegal.
Under which governing body?
Its governing body.
Okay.
But it cannot. It does. It says, "I do not have reach beyond myself. I do not speak for anyone else." You can tell that this is a very smart library.
It's probably smarter than Guy.
Yeah. But anyway, is there anything else you want to search in the library?
Currently, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, we needed stuff on Azeroth, and everything else was just kind of like side quests and personal shit.
Yeah.
He's got a treasure map, and I'm totally up for treasure hunting.
Okay. It brings the ferries, the two small ones disappear, and the main one brings you to the entrance, where you can pick up your books.
Yay, books.
Yep. Thank you. Please come again.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. You exit the library, and you walk down your hallway with the little lights and whatnot. And as you get to the place where the teleporter is no longer active.
I'm going to save it here.
How dare you? Lie to me.
Okay.
So, hey Dirk.
Yo.
I know you're not magically inclined, but have you any idea on how to fix teleporter? Can I roll Arcana check to see if I can figure out how to fix teleporter?
Sure. Nope.
Yeah.
Since I can use magic device, can I attempt to look and see if I can figure it out by using it?
Sure. You can try that too.
That'd have been a 22.
Okay. You look at this whatever device. It's kind of a device / magical circle, and part of the magical circle is gone. The rest of the device is there, but without an ability to create a teleportation circle or spell, you can't get it going. You know that something probably is happening on the other end to Girgledesh.
I kind of relay that information to Kai.
Okay, so he thinks that it's the other end that's having the problem?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was going to say, there's a goddamn library. Everything we could possibly know in there.
Well, and the problem is that also, even if you're like, oh, I have the knowledge of, knowing how this works, without the actual level of, or power of this teleportation stuff, you can't fix it.
That's just mechanics, though.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have to walk down the really weird tunnel that Girgledesh did not want to go anywhere near because it's creepy and weird.
Apparently. I will be in the shadows.
I will right now activate Mage Armor.
Okay. You start wandering down the hallway to try and get back to Girgledesh's house. Are you going fast or slow?
See, I'm in stealth. I can go fast.
I am walking normally, unless I can see him run up ahead of me.
Okay. What was your stealth roll?
It was 18 plus... It did...
Lots.
30?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see him run ahead of me.
Okay. Did you roll your perception?
Yep, but I rolled pretty high and still failed.
Alright. As you go down, you notice that there are more of those lights. And you're stealthing down, you're going right against the wall, and the lights can't see you.
Meanwhile, he's walking behind me, he's like...
Yep. The
poking every other one just because...
Yeah. As you're walking down the hallway, perception check both of you.
I got 19.
I get to 12.
Okay. You both see this first one, the first trap. They're
I could disable trap.
see, trying to play into your skills. Okay, so as you approach this trap that you notice, you see that there's a metal line on both sides of the wall with little holes in it.
Looks like a dart shooter kind of thing.
It looks like a dart shooter. If you want to try and disable trap, you can.
How is your... Yeah. I might as well try to disable it.
I have 5 skills.
That would be a 13.
Okay, you get this one. You kind of look at it and you see there's these weird little lines that come from the bottom, from the back of these metal pieces. You flip up the metal piece a little bit, cut a line, and it shoots off a couple of lights and fizzes out.
Okay. It's safe to come.
You're sure that if you had walked into it,
Yeah.
you'd
Some type of force magic
yes.
stuff.
All right. Keep on walking down.
Yeah.
Roll another perception check.
I got a 26.
Crit fail.
Okay.
It's a good thing he's in front.
All right. As you approach the next trap that you see, Dirk,
Yeah.
you were kind of shuffling along, and a little rock you kicked, boop, skipped across the first set of ground, and then instead of skipping across the next little bit of ground, fell right in.
I stick out my arm and stop him from going forward.
What's wrong?
I pick up a rock and I throw it at that where the other one fell, and it goes right through.
Hey, yeah.
See?
Oh, see, now this is something I can understand. See, this is an illusion spell.
All right.
Okay.
Roll for Arcana?
Yeah. You can roll
Kind
for
of to figure out where the illusion spell is, I guess.
Progression ends.
He rolled a 1.
Okay.
But then again, I am a fighter guy, and illusion is not my first
Well, with a 1,
or second or third. Actually, I never studied it at all. I'm sorry.
with a 1, you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure that that probably ends there because of an area of this, and we should probably just jump over this section
Yeah,
up to here.
we're gonna jump it. It's not gonna be a problem.
Okay.
Alright, you jump it.
All right.
Please make a jump check, or athletics, or acrobatics, whatever it is.
He does, or do
My
I?
acrobatics?
Well, if he's going first, then he makes an acrobatics check.
No, roll
Hold on a
acrobatics.
second. Hold on. I might have an idea that might save us here. Do you have any rope? No, wait, never mind, I do. I have a grappling hook. I'm going to toss it onto the other side and try to latch onto something so we can...
Okay. There are more of those lights up on the hallway that light up as you go. You can attempt to try and catch one of those.
Alright, so what would that be under... for skill-wise? Would that be...
An attack? Or is it their BMD? BMB. You're trying to do something special, essentially.
What would that be?
The ranged attack makes sense.
Okay, let's do a ranged attack then.
How do I do that then?
That's same as shooting your bow.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Except you're not adding it because it's not composited.
mine's
Well, that's just for damage.
Okay.
So.
But
Oh,
you're
does he
throwing
have
back.
to use strength to throw a grappling hook? Or dex?
well, dexterity to be able to control it and then throw it.
Let's go with that.
Alright, so that would probably be
Your-
plus 4.
Yeah, base attack bonus plus.
So that's 6.
Yeah.
Alright, so Attempt to throw my grappling hook. And I get a 12.
Okay, you throw it and it misses. You can pull it over again.
And attempt
Roll a perception check.
28.
Okay. As you pulled the grappling hook first, you notice that the area where Kai said we can jump here safely, the grappling hook falls into the pit in an earlier spot. So you'd actually have to go another, say, 5 or 10 feet.
I'm not a wizard.
Make sure 5 feet. So you throw your grappling hook again, and you grab. It actually hits one of those lights and latches on. You pull it really hard, and oh yeah, this will work. It's trying more. The more you pull, it just stays there.
All right. So do we have to do any type of skill to try to traverse it now, or do you think it's a mulligan?
I can say, I guess, a mulligan. I mean, what would it be? Just to...
It's a mulligan.
It's like in golf where you get it really close to the hole, you can count it as getting in the hole.
Yeah, or do a redo or something.
Yeah.
But essentially it's, okay, well, he used this skill to get it, or should I say, okay.
Okay.
Use your...
You
yeah,
say
let's do that.
Do that.
Okay. So you get it latched on there, and okay, I'll hold it here, and you go across.
I'll hold it because I'm the strong guy.
Yeah. And then...
He's the athletic guy.
Yep. So Dirk goes across the rope, lands on the other side, and then you take the rope and you swing to the other side.
Do I have to unfasten the grappling hook with a check, or are you just going to give it to me?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll get my grappling hook back.
Okay.
I was expecting monsters, not traps. Who the hell traps a place?
Somebody who doesn't want to
Girgledesh did say it was weird.
Girgledesh is weird.
Yeah, he really is. Okay, you continue down and you find the other teleporter.
Oh, we're already there.
Yep.
See, now this tunnel's a lot shorter than I expected, too.
Yeah, but we almost got killed.
Girgledesh can create a teleport, but he can't get past 3 traps? 2 traps?
Maybe he actually...
I don't like dwarves.
He is
Dwarves are
crazy.
weird.
He's very crazy.
Maybe one of his brooms got destroyed. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to come down here.
Now you're starting to sound like Girgledesh.
Okay, you come to the first teleporter you're at, and around the corner, and there's the stairs that you can go up to get to the Girgledeshes.
Okay.
As you go up the stairs, you start to feel a warmth coming from farther up. And as you get into his house, you see that it is on fire.
Hey, do not look at me.
Did you leave something here that's flammable?
No, I have everything I have, right? Wait, where's my fire salt? Yes, I have everything.
Okay. You walk into the main room, and you see a bunch of Ashen squirrels attacking Girgledesh. And a shadow figure also holding him.
Okay.
There's fire all around on all the desks where all the alchemical components and vials were. Some of them are starting to explode.
Okay.
Can I stealth and sneak attack this figure?
You can try.
I don't know. What should we do? Since we're not seen yet, are we?
You're not currently seen.
So Kai, how should we handle this?
Well, the only options I really have are to either A, hit things really hard, or B, make things burn more.
Well, the Ashen squirrels are not in the fire themselves.
I know. I could make things burn more, but then Girgledesh is in the fire himself.
Should I hide and you?
Can I do an Arcana check on the potions on the wall to see if there's a anti-stop me from burning to death potion?
Or one that kind of puts out fires?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'll set them on fire and then you can put them out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay, we can go with that.
I'm gonna roll a 1.
A 2. You have no idea.
Okay.
That's a 10.
You don't think it's like, okay, I have no idea what any of these potions do. At least you didn't roll a 1 where you thought, okay, this one will put stuff out.
This one will definitely put Girgledesh out after I turn him on fire.
Yes. No, you don't think that. You're like, but make sure you gotta know everything is burning. The squirrels are attacking, and there's a shadowy figure holding.
I'm gonna attempt a stealth to see if I can get up there in a good position to see exactly what's going on, and if I can identify this shadowy person at all.
Shadowy figure.
Figure.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
That'd be a 28.
Okay. You quick hide as you approach go into the room. When the squirrels are all their attention is on Girgledesh. You go behind a desk and start sneaking closer. I guess we should plot map.
At this point, I'm thinking draw weapon and charge.
Okay.
This would be me, so.
I'm going to save though.
That would be you. Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
All right.
That's a mess.
It is. All of these 6-sided ones are squirrels.
Okay.
The green 10-sided die is Girgledesh, and
The dark one is the dark one.
the dark one is that dark figure. We don't have stuff to make for tables and whatnot, and that doesn't
I
matter.
can grab dominoes.
That doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll just pretend that we see it.
Okay. So no difficult terrain stuffs then.
No. We'll just say we'll have kind of a fire here and fire there and fire here.
And how much damage do we take if we go in the fire?
What is the rules for that? Say D4 every round or something.
Okay.
And if you are standing in the fire and get out of it, if you're in it more than one round, you will start on fire and have to put it out.
Okay.
So if you run through one, you won't start on fire, but you might take damage.
So let's talk standing in the fire.
Okay.
1d4. And then you're standing there for a whole round, so now you're on fire.
Yes.
Is that 1d4 of damage plus 1d4 of on fire damage?
Yes. And that's only if you keep on standing in fire.
Yeah.
But if you...
I was just thinking, because
Yeah.
I can literally stand in the fire.
Yeah. And then if you exit that fire, you'll be on fire for just maybe a round or two, but you can also put it out that next round.
Okay.
And I don't know how the actual mechanic works, but we're just going to go with that because it's simple.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. The little squirrels are attacking Girgledesh. You can hear him screaming.
Got it?
Yep. He's grappled by the shadowy figure.
Okay.
Fires all around. And we'll say the tables and desks are going around.
This is the perfect place for a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
We should roll initiatives.
Yep.
I can't see anything about the shadowy figure.
You actually, as you get closer, and I'll give you this, it's not an actual being. Like, it wouldn't look like you. It's actually made out of shadows. Given form.
Creepy.
It's inky black.
Prestidigitation blue.
Inky blue! I'm assuming that we have weapons drawn now that
Yes.
there's stuff going.
Yeah. Okay. So, initiatives.
9.
20.
Okay.
So we're all counting on you here. Just want to let you know that.
Okay.
Oops, I did that wrong. Here we go.
You work on the inky black guy. I'll pop the squirrels.
That's right. I can use my sneak attack if it's successful. I can just do all this damage like once.
Yes. And I have area. AoEs.
Okay. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, Alright.
Can I use my level 2 spell slots to cast level 1 spells? I think you can. I'm not 100% sure.
I think so. Yeah. I don't see why not. Because you're you got this whatever latent magical energy and like, aha! Badoop, badoop, badoop.
Okay. It's just as the question. It's like, oh no, I'm out of level 1 spell slots, but I got 3 more level 2 spell slots. Can I still cast Magic Missile?
As long as you attack the darkness with one of them.
Okay, but the darkness is standing right there.
Yep. You can literally attack.
I literally can attack the darkness.
Okay. Dirt goes first.
So should I attempt a sneak attack?
I don't see why not.
Alright. Attempt to sneak attack the shadowy figure, and then I gotta roll stealth, right?
No, you were already in stealth.
Yeah, so.
So, and it's occupied with holding Girgledesh.
So I got to, is there a DC I gotta get past, do you think?
You just attack it.
So I can just roll.
Yep.
So I'm using my longsword, which is a D8.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna stab at it.
Yep.
That's
Did you attack it?
yeah.
What's your attack?
Oh, you said that I didn't have to roll for that.
No, you don't have to roll for stealth.
You don't have to roll for stealth. You have to attack it.
I missed it too.
That would be
Really
17.
17?
Yeah, plus my base attack bonus.
You're using your longsword?
Plus
Yeah.
strength.
Plus strength.
Well, it's still 2, no matter what.
It's plus.
Plus, yeah.
So 19?
19, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, you hit it. And for the strange inky blackness that it seems like it would go through, it doesn't go through it, but it definitely hits it. You do damage.
Alright, now I roll for damage.
Yep.
So that'd be plus my strength, since I'm using longsword, 5, and then 2d6s. 3, 8, 13 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. You do 13 points of damage, and you see that it kind of rips. The areas that you hit rip open. It starts bleeding a little bit of this dark inkiness out, and it gives off a low scream, dropping Girgledesh.
And is he gonna run, or is he just gonna stand there getting beat up?
The inky blackness?
No, the Girgledesh.
We'll see in a second.
Girgledesh.
Okay. Squirrel's turn. The squirrel moves up. The squirrel moves up. The squirrel moves up. And they all start latching on and scratching and attacking Girgledesh. They're climbing up to his head to take it off.
Oh.
But they're doing some damage. So, Dirk, your turn.
Dirk.
Kai.
How badly hurt does Girgledesh look?
He looks pretty bloodied.
I don't know, you can kind of go here and kind of do that thing you did to me where you just barely
Yeah,
miss.
the problem is if I hit him, I could take out all this. And they just moved before I got there, so I was supposed to stand here and take out all this.
You could, because if you move up, you can always take out that.
So, wait, where can I stand and get the most guys? It's a 15-foot cone. So, I mean...
You could go, either there, and if you... 15-foot cone kind of goes out like that.
5, 10, 15.
Okay.
So you can take out pretty much 3 of them.
5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's kind of... Where's this guy?
We'll put him here.
Okay. I go here and shoot that way?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
him. How many can I get? Those are so weird.
Yeah, they kind of are. You could also go in this direction here, and that would get those 4.
Which one? This one, this one, this one.
And that one.
And I can get this guy?
I think so. Because you're kind of going in.
Yeah, I will take those 4.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
Okay. Go ahead. Cast your spell.
Reflex saving throws. DC is going to be
13.
14.
18.
And we leveled up, so I'm short a D4. Can I borrow a D4?
Yeah, here.
I love this. 4, 8, 11 plus 4, so 15.
Okay.
Depends on
And
the
7 to anything that's saves.
Okay. None of them. I'm just doing a group because they're kind of a swarm.
Okay.
So I did one save and they all failed. So Kai runs up and casts Burning Hands and takes out 4 squirrels. 4 ashen squirrels. They actually go up into beautiful little orb flames.
Ooh. Very pretty, I like it.
Okay. Shadow's turn. The shadow attacks Girgledesh. And does some damage. Girgledesh stands up and casts Fireball over in this section, taking out these 3 squirrels. But it also hits some tables with alchemical materials, and that blows up.
Reflex saving throws?
Yes. Everyone has to make a reflex saving throw.
Oh, let's not forget my modifier of -1.
I got a 22.
Sadly, I only rolled a 1, and that's 0. Because my reflex right now is 0, and I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
How much fire damage?
Since it's not the actual fireball.
Wow. You're from the Fire Isles, right?
Yeah.
What's your fire resistance?
5.
Okay. 17 damage for the fire.
Okay, 12 damage.
I got 22. Did I dodge?
Yeah, you take half damage, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, is that one of your skills? It's like uncanny dodge? When you reflex save, you make...
Can I RP this as I got hit in the head with a board?
Go ahead.
I'm not afraid of fire. That was a table.
Okay. Rogue.
Uncanny dodge is right there.
Okay,
Oh, is that the one that means you take no damage on reflex saving throws?
you take no damage then.
Congratulations, you're roguing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. These squirrels didn't make their saves, so they haven't popped, but, whoops. And this did not make a save, and the inkiness actually is lit on fire. Girgledesh made a save. He was not on fire, but you can tell that he's pretty injured. Dirk, your turn.
So there's 2 wounded squirrels and there's a wounded shadowy figure.
Yep.
Alright, I'll take on the shadowy figure.
Alright.
Attack. And I get what?
Base attack plus strength.
14.
Okay. It still has its back to you, so it doesn't get its dex bonus. You hit it.
Okay.
Because it's still its main objective is to kill Girgledesh. So you also get your sneak attack.
Oh, nice. So 8 plus 1 plus 1. So 10 damage.
Okay. You slash at it more, and more of it actually starts falling apart. It is, as we consider, bloodied. The squirrels are next. They keep attacking Girgledesh.
Okay.
He's looking pretty awful right now.
It's too bad the magic person does not have any healing spells.
Kai, your turn.
I actually still have some acorns left. I could shove one in his mouth.
Yeah, I could do that too. I'm just gonna pop the squirrels.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Okay.
I do not attack the darkness.
okay.
Squirrel number 1 is 2 damage. Squirrel number 2 is 3 damage.
Okay. Squirrel number 2 pops. Squirrel number 1 is still alive, but
Not a minion.
just barely. The shadowy figure continues to attack Girgledesh. Kai, your turn.
Kai.
Dirk. Gosh dang it.
Attempt to attack him again. Which, what was that last time?
I think you rolled a 10 the last time, and then plus would be 14, so it's 15.
Yeah, 15.
Okay. You attack it, and
You're flanking, so you still get sneak attack.
yep, go ahead and do your damage.
So, 6 plus 3 plus 6. So that's 15.
Okay. You take your rapier, and you slash it a couple times, and then send it right through its neck, lopping its head off. Shadowy inkness dissipates. There's one squirrel left. Kai, it is your turn.
You know what would work really well?
What's that?
A ray of fire.
But are you able to hit?
That is a good question. You know what? I'm gonna go animal on the squirrel.
Okay.
Let's run up to it and scratch it.
Okay.
Kai, you scratch.
It's super effective.
It's super effective.
7 plus 5, 7,
13. No, 12.
12. That's a 14
Okay.
versus AC.
You hit it.
And that is 8 damage. Wait, no, up 1. 9 damage.
Okay.
And then I swipe at it again, even though it's dead.
Finishing it off. You swipe at it once. You can see that it's dead. You swipe at it a second time, sending the little body into fire over here. And it goes up.
And I hide my claws.
Okay. You notice that Girgledesh points to a specific table where there's only one vial that has not been lit on flames yet. He says, "Go start pouring! Start pouring!"
Alright. Since I'm the quickest, I'll run over there and start pouring.
Mage hand.
Okay.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You take the vial and you start pouring it all over everything, and the fire quickly goes out. It is choked off, dies.
It's like a never-ending thing of...
Yeah, it pretty much, it doesn't empty. So there's lots of smoke. You might want to get out of the hut.
Alright, we grab him gently and bring him out too.
Okay.
We'll go with that one.
Okay. Girgledesh is so gravely wounded, you can't help him. No matter what heal check you do, or if you throw as many acorns in his mouth, or heals, he's just so gravely wounded. He looks up to you and says, "Did you get the information on Saga?
Yeah.
Let me see it."
Wait, do we have actual, like, physical information on...
Yeah, we got a book from
Yeah,
him.
you get, I forgot about that.
I assume I probably got some notes or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, because you had the information on sealing Sitharath. And we'll retcon that the library said you can borrow this one. You didn't have to buy it. It will be returned to the library in so many days.
Okay.
I wrote that down. It was like, oh, I forgot about this one.
And he wants us to give us...
He wants to look at it real quick. And you have a physical book copy.
I hand it to Dirk.
Okay. Why did you hand it to me?
Because dwarves are fucking crazy.
I hand it to him.
Okay, as you reach out to him to give him the book, he puts his hand on it. The book glows, and he says, "I know how to defeat Sithahathroth." And he casts one last spell. And as he casts the spell, the rest of his body starts to just evaporate, and what is left is a skull with jewels set into it. And Girgledesh has died.
This is interesting because I was about 50% sure he was going to destroy the book even though he was being attacked. I just figured he was that crazy. I did not want to be the one to hand him the book. Do we still have our library cards?
You do.
We better write that down.
Does he have the spell for his broom familiar like next to him?
That's a brilliant idea, isn't it?
I wrote that in too. He was supposed to be clutching his little broom familiar. As the second retcon of today, because it is actually written down, as he starts fading away, here it is. He says, "Please take care of Roxy, my familiar. Broom familiar." And he hands it to you since you handed the book to Kai.
What was the thing's name?
Roxy. So now you have gained a skull with jewels.
Jeweled skull.
A jeweled skull.
And a broom named Roxy.
Roxy.
So he didn't actually say what to do with the skull.
He touched the book. I open up the book and look inside to see if anything has changed.
Near the end of the book, there is some information that's still being written that shows that that you need to bring this skull, because if you remember, the ritual was to seal away or to release Sithahathra. She needed the skulls around that 10-sided pentagram thing.
Mm.
So you now have this skull, which Girgledesh has enchanted, and it's supposed to seal away her powers instead of freeing her. And there's some other gobbledygook in there you can't really tell.
I'm just thinking, should we let the squirrels get it? Or would they know?
They probably would know and probably try to destroy it.
So what, we need like 10 powerful mages willingly sacrificed?
I don't know.
I don't know either. This is dumb. You got a treasure map, right? We need some gold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go knock on Shauna's door.
Okay.
Shauna!
Shauna comes to the door and says, "What's going on out there? I heard lots of explosions and whatnot." And as she opened, you see that she's decked out with a whole bunch of weird-looking devices.
I got you a book.
Dude, where's Girgledesh?
I got a skull.
She levels something at you. "Did you kill Girgledesh?"
No.
She's slightly wary, but she doesn't believe that you.
Okay, it's this weird scenario where we were coming back from the library and his place was on fire, and I was like, hey, because everything's on fire. But then there was a whole bunch of squirrely thingies and this little black shadowy thingy trying to kill him, and we got him, but he didn't, make it. And then he touched the book, and then he turned himself into a jeweled skull as opposed to a normal skull, which makes me believe I need, 9 other jeweled skulls in this. I got you a book.
She takes the book and asks you guys into her hut. And that's pretty much all I have currently.
Okay. Well, that's great. So there's a lot more to the world than we know.
Yep.
It's hard being oh, this is kind of sci-fi, and I have to pretend I'm a guy who doesn't even really totally find it interesting because he's from the Fire Isles and everything's just different outside the Fire Isles. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. When I thought of the library, I thought of what they do in Fairy Tale for something that looks futuristic, but it's just some type of magic that's projecting and stuff and holding stuff together.
Okay.
So it kind of looks kind of futuristic, but it's magic futuristic.
I was expecting an old decrepit library, and I'm over here. I'm I'm just gonna walk around until I see something that looks draconic. And then we get there, and there's a little fairy, and it's
Hey, listen. No, listen.
Hey, talking about fairies. I also had a weird mechanic as we were doing the fairy thing, because I had written down Avatar, but I thought, oh, well, if you guys want, you could also change it to whatever you want, but I thought just automatically, little fairy. If you wanted a little fire lizard, you could have had a little fire lizard.
oh yeah, I'm gonna do that next time.
Yeah. The broom, familiar, it's...
Is it actually real?
Yeah, it was...
It's not just a broom.
No. We can work on that a little bit later, but it will be a broom-type familiar thing that is bound to both of you, so it's not just one.
Okay.
But...
That'd be perfect for out in the woods, be cover up my footprints.
So... we need to ask Cornell about Skull.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to be rewarded by Shana.
Yep. That's right, I forgot.
I got her a book. It cost me $100.
Okay.
It's okay, I like Shana. How old is she?
20s.
Is she
Kind of
pretty?
mid-20s.
Kind of like you. Mid-20s.
What? Oh, I'm a beautiful 33 years old.
You can't be the same age as me. That's my age.
We'll say she's about mid-20s.
Man.
Well, I want to say all women are beautiful. But she's probably, I guess depending on your taste, she's full of grease and other weird little things here and there. And,
Is she what's her name off of Firefly? The mechanic, the engineer?
Kaylee, yeah. Essentially, we'll say that she's kind of like Kaylee. She's always got some kind of dirt to her, and she doesn't really care about her appearance being that, why would you want to care about her appearance? That's not important. Mechanical clockwork things are important.
Okay. Just kind of getting an idea for Kai's perspective.
Okay.
Because the Fire Isles is green.
I'm sure she could make a little mechanical fire thing, and you'd be like, "Oh, she's so pretty."
Yeah, I'd probably do it.
Yeah. So, what do you think so far of the knowledge of Zatharath?
I wish I could pronounce it.
Yeah. Same here. What about the plot twist of Zatharath used to be a good person, but something happened.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. It's how a lot of people work. I mean, it's more realistic than just, it was born pure evil.
Yeah.
The plot twist of, hey, here's a highly technologically advanced thing a long time ago, that threw me for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah, excellent. Matt?
I like swords.
And there's, the library is now kind of a resource for you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not just going to let you walk in and get whatever you want. Obviously, if you're like, oh, I want the dexterity book of +5 to my dexterity.
No.
Oh, I was like, why would you do that?
You probably won't. I mean, you can pay enough money for it because it's probably there, but.
But yeah, a resource for like when we're absolutely stuck and I don't know what to do.
Yep.
Information.
Yeah.
You gave him a treasure map. I expect an amazing dungeon.
Okay. I forgot about that, and we will I'll make that also a thing.
At some point.
Well, you could always tie that in, like if you want to have like an item that's there, and there's this little stuff we can get along the way, like maybe a wondrous item.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it because now that we're not in a dungeon, there's some things I can make.
So, as another thing, as the third retcon thing, which the broom familiar will probably tell you about, is that now you're in possession of the rest of Girgledesh's residence.
I was totally taking that anyway.
Okay.
I think I should find a way.
So that's kind of a place like, oh, hey, we can store our shit down here in this smelly little dungeon place.
Cool.
And have access to the library.
Kai pulls out the wand and prestidigitation, takes all the sewer stuff off of him.
Yeah.
And he'll think about it, and he'll poke Dirk too, and takes all the sewer stuff off him.
Think about it.
Wait, no, you had your own wand, didn't you?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, I remember if we had one or something.
Yeah. Some of those stupid things, it's like, okay, if I would have actually read my notes, it was like, oh yeah, Girgledesh holding his broom says, gets to you with the broom, and then...
I forget shit all the time.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. What about the death of Girgledesh?
Because I'm trying to pull as how Kai feels, and Kai's just like, he's fucking crazy. And now I think he was probably less crazy than he actually was. So, I don't know. And like the whole that thing, I've seen it too many times in movies to kind of care.
Yeah.
And he wasn't around long enough to actually care about. If it was Shauna, I probably would have been more torn up. Because I don't necessarily like Girgledesh.
That's an excellent... he probably did act more crazy because he was like, hey, if I act crazy and weird and whatnot, people aren't going to look at this super powerful library thing.
It wasn't that.
Some of it was, I'm sure, but... which is why in the very end he was very serious and not just silly.
That's what got me a little weird. I was like, wait a second.
And that's all I have for you today.
And that's all we have for you today. Goodbye.
Goodbye.